fuck, for fuck's sake, come on.
What?
Keep your cheeks closed. Not worth the joke. Welcome back to the Bad Gamecast. This is Jake.
Oh God, he started.
And this time we played Defiance 2050.
Defiance 2050, based on the can't say award-winning
hit sci-fi show.
Based on the sci-fi show Defiance. Not the movie about Nazis or something, but the sci-fi show about aliens or something.
Yeah. You know, it ran for nearly 3 seasons.
On the Sci-Fi Channel in, 2008. No, 2013. Yes.
Yes?
No? Yes. Got there. Nailed it. A+. Bang up job. It premiered April 2013.
All right.
On the Sci-fi Channel.
Them Siffis. Is it, well, wait. Is it Sci-fi now? Because it changed. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
I don't care.
Defiance itself came out in the video game, was what, 2013?
Yeah, the original video game was developed to release alongside the show. So, you would get to play stuff as it was happening, and then in theory they were talking about, I don't know if it ever came to fruition, of doing events in the game, and whether or not everyone succeeded at the event would affect the next season of the show.
That would have been kind of cool.
It's something they talked about, and I'm not sure if it ever actually came to fruition.
I mean, that sounds like a fucking nightmare. So.
Yeah, that's why I don't think it happened. And then that was set in 2046, the original Defiance, which is why 2050, the re-updated game, is basically a sequel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's 4 years in the future.
Yeah, I had wondered how far after the show it was set. I mean, I'm pretty sure neither of us watched the show.
No.
Yeah. Which I remember commercials for it, and it looked pretty good. I wanted to see it, but I was never home when it was on. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, and I didn't care enough to look, and I don't have cable, and haven't for years now, so even if it's rerunning, I can't watch it. I'll try and keep my tears in check over that one.
Yeah.
So, the game was released in 2013.
The original.
It went, the original, 2013. It went free to play in 2014. And the 2050 version, which is just a res-upping, you can't even say, HD remake of the same game. Kind of the same game, which we'll get into that. Was released in July of 2018. Developed and produced by Trian Worlds. Other games released in 2018 we covered in Agony, Fallout 76, and The Quiet Man. So, choice games there.
I was just going to interject right here because I finished searching. You can stream Defiance right now on Amazon Prime Video.
Damn.
They have all 3 seasons.
If I had Amazon Prime.
But how are you going to watch The Boys?
I haven't, and I considered getting Amazon Prime for a month just to watch it.
Yeah, just sign up with an email, get a free month.
Yeah.
Discard email immediately.
Oh no. Random email generators.
Or at least that's what this is saying. So, yeah. What do we do? We talk about the game?
We usually, yeah.
Okay, so in Defiance 2050, you have the option to play as 3 different races?
Yes. Kind of. It's really 2, but also 3.
It's like humans and aliens, but you could be pink aliens or pale aliens?
Yeah, but they're the same, alien race.
Are they?
Yes.
Huh.
They're all Votans, but one of them's an Arathian and the other is, I forget what they call it.
Sure. I mean, it makes sense. Not all humans are the same color. I don't know why we'd assume all aliens of the same race would be the same color.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird that humans would consider it a different race when we're all human.
Yeah.
In the same way that it's the same alien race. They're just from, different tribes or whatever. But hey, whatever.
Yeah, so you get to make your character, then you get to pick one of 4 classes.
Yeah.
Assassin.
Assault.
Medic.
Oh yeah, combat medic. And then third one.
Yeah, last one.
4th one.
Yep, we did it. We totally played this game.
Got there. I wouldn't even talk about the character creation.
It's very medium.
It is as bare bones as you can get while maintaining options.
Yep.
Yeah, so you get 4 basic heads?
Something like that.
5 or 6 hairstyles.
Yeah, it's the very most basic. You get a few tattoo/face markings in a few hairstyles. You can change like your eye color. There's like 4 different skin tones, and so it's all very like, you can change this marginally and only in these, so many presets that we have.
Yeah, about like base level character creation, I guess.
And then you go to play the game, and okay, do you want to do gameplay now, or do you want me to heck my way through this story very fast?
Let's get through the story, because I think that'll tie in better to the gameplay.
Sure. You play as basically like a mercenary for, what is his name?
Von Bach.
Von Bach. Von Bach is this like scientist dude. He is studying the relic something.
Yeah, it's an arc reactor.
Yeah. Arc technology. So he's studying arc technology. He's got this thing, and as his way of him always condescendingly saying, he's trying to save the world with advances in technology.
Okay, I kind of liked his character because he's like trying to be like a billionaire playboy philanthropist, but he's a douche.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny.
And your character plays as one of his like hired guards / like hunters.
Goons.
Yeah.
Hired goons.
You do stuff for him. And this includes being embedded with an ego. Yes. An overinflated sense of self-worth that manifests itself as Cortana. I mean, no. A floating blue hologram woman who tells you what to do.
Voiced by a very chipper Laura Bailey.
She helps you and like leads you through a lot of your quests. Basically, you start out trying to find Von Bach. You help some people. You do some stuff. You find him eventually. You proceed to just like keep moving up ranks of like helping people, finding new settlements, and these people are like, hey, we need your help too, and gaining allies and stuff. All the while, basically trying to hunt down, once you finally get Von Bach back, the arc reactor that he's trying to study that's like super powerful gets taken. And so you're chasing that the whole time then, because like suddenly evil people show up to steal it, and they steal it, and so now you have to go get it back, and then you get to go to get it back, and even eviler people steal it from the evil people.
Oh no!
Yeah. So you chase that all throughout as just stuff is happening. You get introduced to more and more enemies. Do I really need to cover most of like...
I would think no. Like, I could go into the history here, like what happened before.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's an MMO set in a post-apocalyptic San Francisco Bay Area.
Yep.
And you are chasing the MacGuffin the whole time.
You chase the MacGuffin. Eventually it's revealed that this one evil dude is going to try to use it to, like, conquer the world.
He's going to start a terraformer in San Francisco, which is going to just kill everyone in the surrounding area.
Yeah. So then you have to stop him. You break in and you face him mono, kind of.
Well, I mean, for us, it was... Well, you can't really say 2-on-1 because he makes clones of himself, so, like, count it, right? It's more of a fair fight.
Yeah, and you put him in the dirt, and then he dies.
Like a bitch.
And you save the day. And from there, it's more MMO stuff where it's like, hey, you got the arc thingy back, but there's still enemies everywhere and all these warring factions. So bad stuff. And then you do endless loops of gameplay. Because, yeah.
Gotta grind to get those numbers up.
Gotta grind.
Yeah, you have major characters, only, I think maybe 3, because I think there's a, like, endgame mission with another character from the show. The 2 main characters from the show, What's-His-Face and his alien daughter, show up for, like, 2 missions.
Yeah, they show up at the very beginning. They're on the, like, ship you're with when you're with Von Bach before it gets like blown out of the sky, ambushed, because that's how him and the arc reactor initially get removed from your presence.
See, because I accidentally skipped all of the opening cutscenes, so I missed all that.
Yeah, you are on a like transport ship with Von Bach, and then it gets knocked out of the sky, and dude and his alien daughter are there.
Yeah, so when they showed up, it was like playing a game of Spot the Anime Protagonist because they've got so much more detail than everybody else.
Yeah, and you're clearly supposed to, like, know them the way they're presented.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're a fan of the show. Why else are you playing this game?
Yeah, wonderful tie-in game. I have no idea if it actually ties in well at all because we didn't bother with the original Defiance or the actual TV show, so it's just kind of like, who knows? It might not. I don't really care that much.
I would guess that it doesn't.
probably.
I mean, spoiler for the show, they never make it to Antarctica by the end of season 3 or whenever it got canceled.
Sure. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, Antarctica at this point is like a tropical paradise island, and like they're trying to get enough money to go down there. I watched like 10 minutes of the first episode on YouTube, and it wasn't even YouTube, it was like Vimeo or something, and it was all fucking wonky.
Perfect. Which really just brings us to a lot of the actual bits and pieces, nuts and bolts of this game. I'm going to start out with one of the worst things. This is the graphics.
Yeah.
It's rough. Like, despite 2050 being the updated version, these graphics are not good.
There's like, it wouldn't have looked good at 2013.
No.
It looks like lower end, and I have it in my nose, like a mid PS3.
Yeah.
Even the 2050, like it looks rough, and it's serviceable.
It's enough graphics that you know the enemies and when they're moving and like when they're planning to attack. But that's about it. There's at no point do you ever like stand on a hill and look out and go, wow, look at this scenery. It's like, wow, look at those really boxy hills.
Wow, look at this terrible draw distance.
Don't actually have texture.
Yeah, it's just a hill texture.
Yeah.
Or when you're moving around, wow, look at this incredible pop-in. Damn.
Oh, God. So many times you're just like driving your vehicle and then all of a sudden you just like hit something that hasn't showed up yet.
Also, hey, did I mention 2018 release?
Did 2050 actually come out then?
Yeah.
Because I find that hard to believe. In 2017, they confirmed it was in development and released in 2018. Wow.
Yeah.
Ugh, they should not have bothered.
Yep. And you play it and you think, how?
Well, remember, they went out of business later that year.
Weird. With such stunning choices as this.
I don't know if they thought this was a Hail Mary, but this was not the way to do it. Anyway, the graphics are really bad and dated. It feels like you're playing the original Defiance, and they didn't bother updating the graphics at all, despite the fact that releasing in 2018 means that most people have computers that could absolutely crush those graphics into the dust.
Yeah, this game would run better on your phone.
I mean,
not better. Like, it would run on your phone. Yeah.
Like...
Hold on, let me think how words do.
Yeah, no. We ain't about thinking here.
Damn.
We speak first, think later when we're editing.
Oh, yeah, no, that checks out.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to go with some more superfluous things. Sound design.
Okay. The voice acting for most of the characters is done really well.
Yes. Part of that is that a fair amount of the characters actually have like real voice actors. Like these are people who do voice acting work.
Yeah.
And some of them are actors from like the show, and like this is clearly like, wow, they tried to make it sound good and be like the movie TV show. Like the voice acting is quite good. And then there's other sounds. The music is super generic and repetitive.
It's so forgettable. It's impressive.
When you're in battle, it hypes up, and it's just that like ba 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 ba, and like that's it. It's just background noise.
Honest to God, if you remember that much of it, it's more than I can think of.
So yeah, it never really doing much for you there.
Before we move away from graphics, I want to talk about how glitchy it is.
Sure.
Like when you had said sometimes you run into stuff before it pops in. Sometimes. As stuff pops in, it just hovers 5-8 feet off the ground and just kind of like hangs out there even after everything else is loaded, which was choice. I fucking loved that. That's so goddamn funny.
If we're just talking glitches, you know this. I had multiple quests just completely glitch out on me.
I had a few of them where I would have to damn near bend over backward or quit the game and go back into it to get it to actually go.
Yeah, like it would be, hey, go here, and you'd go there, and they were like, okay, the quest should update now, and then that would just be the end of it, and you're like, wait, but it didn't actually update, and they're like, yep, the quest should update now. Hello? Is anyone there?
But no one was there.
No one was there.
Well, it's like the final boss. The first time you and I are running into it, it was what?
Oh, God, yeah.
I'd say I was hosting, but the fucking multiplayer is a hot goddamn mess itself.
We'll get to that.
When we would try and fight the final boss, and then he just like glitched out in this tube and wouldn't leave.
Yep. So at one point during the fight, he's supposed to enter this like machine and turn it on, and then it like causes explosions in the room you're in that you have to avoid. But he just stayed in the machine and never came back out. And he was invulnerable in there, but he didn't keep activating it. He was just in the machine and unkillable.
Yeah, so it's just me and you dicking around for a few minutes. Like, do we wait? Or I mean, what did we end up doing? Like throwing grenades at our feet so we die?
Yes. We tried to kill ourselves by just standing on a bunch of grenades. We both died, and I don't remember if that worked or if we actually had to restart the whole quest. It was weird.
I don't remember at that point, because I think it might have been, was it for me or was it for you, where we had to restart the whole fucking quest? No, I think that was for me.
That was for you, because when we did it for me, he actually never got in the tube because we had leveled up so much that by the time we got to the final boss, we just put him in the dirt in like the second phase, and all his HP was gone, so he just immediately died.
Right.
It like skipped from one phase to his death scene, and it was like, oh, well, guess that's over now.
Whoops.
Bye.
But he had so much more monologuing to do.
Yeah, he had so many more insults to lob our way.
I don't know, a fake TV appropriate alien cursing.
Yeah. Ugh. TV appropriate alien cursing was not my thing.
I don't even remember what they say at this point. Stocko.
Stocko is the big one. We're in some deep stocko, and you're like, come on, man.
Yeah, but then another time somebody actually says shit, and you're like, what?
Yeah, right.
Wait, what?
They randomly choose when to use these alien words, but it like doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and if you're going to use alien cursing, and you're not going to use smeg, get the fuck out of my face.
I just like, they could have done so much, either like leaned into it and had everyone curse in like random languages. I mean, like, that's how, Firefly got around a lot of things.
Saying a bunch of shit in Chinese?
By saying shit in Chinese. So, like, that's a thing, like a tried and true thing for sci-fi TV shows, is to use other languages. I mean, you don't have to continue that in your video game, but I guess.
Are any of the choice ones from Farscape? Like, I can think of so many better fucking, like, shows where I'd want to hear their goddamn made-up cursing.
So the main gameplay, this is the most important thing, is highly medium. You've got your character. Depending on the class you choose, you have different abilities. You'll end up with 3 activated abilities as you level up, set to 1, 2, and 3. You get 2 weapons that you can equip, and a shield mod and a grenade mod. If all of this sounds very familiar, it is. Like,
yeah.
The guns, there is nothing to write home about here. You've got pistols, SMGs, assault rifle, machine gun, sniper rifle, shotgun, rocket launcher, grenade launcher.
Yep.
Like, surprise, guns are guns.
And none of the shooting feels particularly good.
No, the shooting doesn't feel horrible to me. The grenades felt awful.
Oh yeah, no, the grenades are shit.
Like, you throw them and it is not how grenades should throw. Like, the amount your person moves versus the amount the grenade moves just does not line up at all.
Yeah, because the character model, like, chucks it like it's fucking weightless, and then the grenade goes, like, 3 feet.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Like, if you're standing... Well, so, the grenade uses your momentum, which is fine. Kind of. But the way they do it is like, so if you're backing up and you hit grenade, your character does the same animation where they heave it and it literally just falls straight down. And if you're running forward, sprinting forward, and you hit grenade, they do the same exact heave and that grenade goes flying across the map.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which is why you can do the cool thing of, like, if you're moving towards someone and you turn your camera and throw grenade, that's why they throw it over their shoulder.
Yeah.
Is because it's still using your momentum of your character, even if your camera's pointed the opposite direction. So they just, like, hurl it over their shoulder.
I did like that, like, fucking toss a grenade behind him move. That was pretty good.
So if you, it's weird.
So, like, you're saying this game has a weird momentum?
It does. And you feel it with the vehicles.
Oh my god.
So it was amusing jumping back into Destiny this last week before we recorded this, and the Sparrow was weird. One, like, there isn't actually a button to summon it, which was super weird to me. You have to pull out your ghost and then summon it,
Yep.
which is dumb. And then the actual Sparrow itself handled fine. It wasn't like, this is the best thing ever, but it handled fine.
You mean, like, it's responsive and it moves like you want it to?
It drove me from place to place. It boosted when I wanted it to. It was fine. The vehicles in Defiance are not fine.
Oh my god. They're so terrible.
Like...
It's so fucking good how bad they are. Holy shit.
If you're driving in a straight line and you hit sideways to, like, turn, you'll, like, slowly yaw in that direction like you were a plane. Just, like, kind of drift that way.
Yeah, so the way the turning works is it's, it accelerates. So, like, the more you hold it, the faster you turn. Doesn't that sound, like, fun and intuitive?
Yeah, but also, like... because you have control of your camera this whole time still, if you just turn your camera, that also works to turn you, kind of. It's super weird.
And because the turning can be frustrating, they give you a handbrake to maybe turn faster. Oh my god.
If you press the brake button, it doesn't matter how fast you are going, you are stopping in the next 3 feet.
That includes you being in midair. You just stop.
Just like momentum, gone. You hit the brake button.
You just fucking plummet like a stone from where you were.
And then, like, there's a lot of hills in this area, which is true to form. San Francisco is quite a hilly area.
Yeah, it is.
But then, like, your momentum when you go up hills is all sorts of fucky. Because, like, if you're boosting up a hill, right, you're going fast. And right as you hit the top of the hill, you run out of boost, you just immediately stop and then roll backwards.
Well, yeah, you're out of boost. You can't go anymore.
Yeah, you're done.
There's no momentum to keep you going from the speed that you had.
Absolutely not. The speed is gone. No more juice, no more hill.
Or, like, even if you're going downhill and you hit boost, you only go as fast as the boost will allow. You will not go faster than that.
Yeah. So there's, like, no point in boosting downhill, because you have to save your boost for when you're trying to go uphill. Because if you don't have boost when you're trying to go uphill, you're dooming yourself. Oh, those vehicles are not pleasant.
I want to circle back around to the powers, because we play different classes.
Yes.
I played as the Assault, and you get a skill tree, and normal. I don't play a lot of MMOs, but I would assume MMO skill tree is pretty common.
It's a pretty basic skill tree. Most comparable would be to Borderlands.
Yeah, just without the, like, use and fun.
Yeah, and also each character only really gets one.
Yeah, so their skill tree, it gives you 3 options in each tier, but you can only pick one of each 3.
Yeah, you can only max one of each 3.
Max one.
Right? Because, so each tier is what they call each level. So it's like, you can only put 5 points in. Now, each skill can have up to 5 points in it. So if you want one skill to be maximized, you have to put all your points into that skill. Or you could just do like 2-2-1 and have all the skills, but they're only okay.
Yeah, which I didn't do. I maxed out the 3 skills, and the skills I had were like 20-second speed boost to movement speed, which also worked on reloading. That was kind of handy sometimes. The third skill I picked up was a damage buff for close range attacks. So like a shotgun or melee. Or like if something was just right in front of me and I was leaned into it with a gun, I would get a damage buff, which wasn't bad. Super situational, and I would forget that I had it because it lasted all of 5 seconds, like literally 5 seconds. So like if I was shooting and then reloading, it would run out. Awesome. And the only useful fucking skill that I had was an immediate shield and health refill, which was in the form of a, like, injector to the neck, but because you wouldn't put the gun down, it just looked like you were bashing the gun into your face and then all your shit would refill, which was hilarious.
Like a champion. I guess I played the Assassin, and so the Assassin's first skill is Stealth. You go invisible, and for the next 10 seconds you're invisible, and then your first attack out of stealth unstealths you, and then you get plus 100% damage for the next 3 seconds. So usually it's enough to fire off like 2 shots. It's very bad, and I never used it. The stealth just it didn't feel responsive at all. Like, you would hit stealth, walk around an object, and then get shot. Like cover. You would go from one side of cover to the other, activating stealth on one side, and then when you came out of cover on the other side, they would shoot you.
So it was just a weird timed damage buff?
Yes.
Because, like, if you're not being stealthy.
So it didn't feel like I was ever actually stealth. And it was not good. The second ability is that sweet perps.
Ooh, the perps was good.
It is, for the next 5 to 10 seconds, all attacks that I did caused this purple mist to hit enemies. And it did a dot. It was damage over time. And if they died while they had purple on them, they exploded, damaging and purpling nearby enemies.
Yeah.
That was super cool because if the enemies were hoarding, you could just pop that and then like hit everyone. This whole group has this dot on them, and then you focus on one, kill him, he explodes, damages everyone, and so forth and so on. And it just cascades, and you just see people exploding everywhere, and it is wonderful.
It was fucking satisfying to watch. I can only imagine when you're actually pulling the trigger.
Yeah, and then the third one was my laser sword.
Laser sword's broke.
You summon a laser sword.
That's just broken.
And it does a lot of damage.
It does a stupid amount of damage.
It also stuns enemies, which is why I was so good at killing those big
The grid.
Yeah, big grid dudes. Because I could literally just walk up to them and hit them with my sword, and they would just sit there and stagger back and forth as I sorted them to death.
Did you just beat the living shit out of them?
Yeah.
Oh my god. As I'm sitting there, like, struggling to shoot one in the face and then, like, try and dance around the hits because they, like, one-shot me. You're just like, fucking sword time! And then it just stands there and dies. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's a shooter. Therefore, whoever has a melee weapon has the strongest weapon.
Of course.
Why wouldn't you think of that?
Why is that always the case?
I don't know, but it's glorious. So yeah, I mean, you're just doing the main quest. They're side quests. The side quests usually are go place, kill dudes.
Or go place, grab a thing, kill dudes.
Yeah, that's the extent of them. They're very basic side quests, which leads to the, like, two main overworld things. There are sieges and arcfalls. Siege, you go to a place and it'll send waves of enemies at you. Progressively larger and more enemies.
Yep, for, 15 minutes?
Yeah. It's a siege. They reward you points and stuff at the end, and items. And then arcfalls are this whole thing of, like, there's lore behind them. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Red circle on map, you go there, enemies spawn because they're trying to capture the arcfall, which is this big chunk of, like, space technology. Mm-hmm. And you kill them. There's 3 waves and then potentially up to 2 bonus waves if you're good enough. Fast enough at clearing.
Yeah, if you kill everything fast enough, they throw bonus waves at you because it's funny.
And then once you clear all that, the arcfall is yours to claim, and bada bing, bada boom, you get items and stuff. And
you get points and mysterious currency.
Yeah.
Or there's also the major arcfall.
Major arcfall, which is big red circle on the map with 5 little red circles. The 5 little red circles are all regular arcfalls. Once you complete those 5, then a major arcfall, like bigger red circle, happens somewhere in there that everyone flocks to and is like some big boss-like fight.
Yeah, it's a big, and I really liked the major arcfall, the bosses.
Yeah, they're not bad. They all have some sort of unique thing that you have to do. There's the Hellion, which is this giant thing that its weak point is
the Hellions are giant bugs.
Only in its maw. You have to shoot it in its mouth when it's trying to spit at people.
Well, there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
There's the one you have to shoot in the armpits, and then the one with the like virus thing comes out of it.
Mm-hmm. The scrappers have this one that's like it's this weird assembly robot, and you have to blow up its arms. And as you knock out each of the joints of its arms, they break. And then the actual boss is killing the reassembler as it floats over to fix the arms.
Yep.
There's others.
I think there's another one. I can't think of what the other scrapper one would be.
Yeah. But so, like, that's their overworld boss battles. They happen all the time.
Yeah, they do.
So if you really just want to grind out arcfalls, you can.
Easily, yeah.
Yeah. There's events that are going on, but like non-thing event, like when you're just driving by, it'll be like, these people need help. Those are terrible.
Well, yeah. Even if you don't do that well at the arcfalls, because it gives you a score at the end and tells you where you placed against everybody, and like it gives you so many rewards for doing that. Everything you pass along the way to get to one of those major arcfalls, it's worth the time to just skip it entirely.
Yeah, everything else you could be doing in this game is worth more. Side quests, main quests, daily missions, everything is worth more than stopping and helping those people. Everything. So just don't help people. It goes against the MMO way.
Don't help people?
Yeah.
But you got a side quest. Oh my god, side quest so hard. I mean, not if you're trying to min-max your XP gain. What the fuck are you even doing?
Yeah. That's the gameplay loop. Do some arcfalls, maybe do a siege, do some side quests, blah, blah, blah. Try to get better stuff. There's so many obfuscated layers of currency in this game.
Okay. I want to talk about the loot, or a lack of that hot good shit. Because by the time we were done playing, did you hit level 50? Because, like, if not, you were damn close, right?
Yeah, I don't remember if I actually was 50 or if I was, like, 48.
Yeah, you could pay actual money to bump that up to 60. But, you know, us fucking plebes not putting any money in, caps it at 50. And you get your normal rarity scale, white, green, blue. Oh, this just goes blue, purple.
And then gold.
Yeah. When Grandma burbs, Patrick obeys. Yeah, shit. Yeah, no, that's right.
Yep.
So, you can get perps left and right? But if you want to get those hot gold-orange jobs, you have to spend a currency at a guy who randomly shows up at the end of an arcfall
Yes.
The floating guy who just like shows up.
Magic floating dude shows up at the end of major arc falls, and you can buy things from him for refined glutamite. You get refined glutamite from doing your daily and weekly bounties.
Ah, okay. Well, so I accidentally opened up the menu and then got lost in the just layer upon layer of absolute bullshit. I ended up on whatever the fuck a synergy is, and now I need this like prismatic shards. The fuck do I get those?
So synergy matrix, you socket crystals into the synergy matrix, but it caps at 25 until you get enough chromatic dust to pay one of the flying dudes to unlock your synergies to the next tier. I never got chromatic dust, and I don't know where to get it.
I did, and I couldn't tell you where I got it from.
Holy crap, you got chromatic dust?
Yeah.
Wow.
Not enough to unlock the next level, and not that even if I did, I would know what the shit to do with it.
Yeah.
Or, Jason, what if you want to purchase extra classes? Because you don't have to stick with the class that you started with.
So your character can get new classes. So if you want, obviously you can make a new character for any of the 4 base classes.
Yeah.
Right? So that's fine if you want to do one of those. The base classes cost 250 reputation.
I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, because then it's 500 for the Demolitionist, 750 for the Colossus, and 1,000 for...
Hammer Time?
No, Hammer Time's 750.
Was it shit? I should have bought that.
Engineer?
Oh, yeah, Engineer.
Is the 1,000. So those were DLC classes that they made. You can purchase them for $50. Holy God, $50. Or you can unlock them.
Fucking, that's a big ask for a fucking free game.
A not good free game. You can unlock them with reputation. So if you grind out, you get reputation from your, again, dailies and weeklies. You can grind it out to unlock these classes. The trick is that once you've unlocked a class, you still get experience even at level 50. And when you level up, if you have a class, you get more skill points.
Yeah.
So you can get more skill points, and then with your loadouts, you can have different loadouts for different classes.
Oh, okay.
So you can basically hot swap between classes if you have them unlocked on a single character.
Okay.
So that's the idea, is that actually you can play as any/all the classes, even in like the middle of combat. If you find enough time to like duck around a corner, you could switch to being an engineer or an assassin or whatever you think fits the combat you need. And each one has obviously slightly different playstyles.
I mean, sure, like that doesn't sound that bad on paper.
Yeah, again, they have some ideas, and then they have too many ideas, and they didn't execute on almost any of them. I will say, as we were going over the synergy matrix thing of nonsense, the only way we even found out some of this stuff was just clicking random stuff and then trying to search stuff, which is basically impossible with this game because no one writes anything about it, because why would they? And it's a mess. There's so many things that they don't bother explaining.
No, and I don't have a whole lot of MMO experience, and I know that tutorials and onboarding can be a bit tricky with some MMOs. This one's no different, where the tutorial is non-existent. Good fucking luck.
I haven't played an MMO that truly drops you, like, doesn't explain things as much as this one does. Because, again, you got some stuff, go ahead. And, again, you can pull up your inventory, and you've got, like, 8 different pages, and you're like, what is any of this? Scroll over your currencies tab. There are, I think, 12 currencies listed, except, remember, reputation is also a currency. There are 10 different places you can have reputation with.
Yeah, because there's, like, the faction, and then the ones that we talked about, like, the fucking chromatic bullshits and the fucking gooble gobble bullshits, and there's like the whole ones, and then the fucking shards, and then the money that you get, and the fuck is any of this, and where do you get any of it?
So the base is money. Script,
because you know it's 2050, we wouldn't say money anymore.
Nope, money's a thing of the past. You get that from all the stuff all the time. That you just have that in bucket loads.
Yeah, money's worthless.
Yes,
you get so much script.
Honestly, it was really funny. Again, and I'm going to compare this to Destiny 2 a lot, and I'm going to do it even more so later. I'm going to do a full-on blow for blow, and not really. It is very unfavorable for this game. But there's a cap on money in Destiny 2.
Yeah.
And it's really low.
Yeah.
What the hell? It's one of the few things that this game has going for it, where it was like, I had like, I don't know, 10 million script at one point. It was just like, I'm richer than God. And they're like, yes, but you need 30 reputation with the Tool Time Factory. And I'm like, oh no!
Well, of course you're richer than God, because there's nothing to spend your fucking money on.
Well, yeah, because money only buys you like blue guns. Hooray.
Yeah, which won't be better than the ones that you find.
Yeah. And are just going to be worse than purples and golds always.
Woo!
Neat. Yeah, I don't know. You probably ran into, though, they do have a cap on, there's the refined glutamite, which you get from like your dailies and weeklies. Mm-hmm. There is the whole glutamite, and then there's the glutamite pebbles shards.
And like that, you've lost me.
Right? There's 3 different levels.
Yeah.
The shards, when you get 10 of them, they convert into 1 whole glutamite.
Oh, do they?
Yes. But you can only have 5 whole glutamites at a time.
Oh, huh. I wondered why that never went up.
Yeah. So you need, once you get 5, you're just supposed to spend them.
Sure.
You can spend them also at the Magic Floaty Dude for random items.
Right, because you can get a cache of some garbage.
Yep. It is basically just random cash. I've gotten purples out of them before. I've never gotten golds, but sometimes you'll get greens, sometimes blues, and occasionally purples.
Okay.
You get those from doing main and side quests and Arc Falls, I guess. I don't know. And like, that's the thing, is there's so many different like little turning dials. It's far too much to keep track of.
It is an overly complicated mess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at this point, we need to wrap up talking about this game.
Okay.
And as I just said, I jumped back into Destiny 2 because actually by the time this releases, we're going to be right close to October 1st. Destiny 2 is going to move to Steam and go free to play with both of the first 2 expansions.
Hell yes.
Okay. Destiny 2 is better than this game in almost every way. Other than, and this is the funniest thing to me, what bothered me about Destiny 2 after playing Defiance was lateral movement. I told you this before. In Defiance, you have a dodge roll, and you can just dodge roll all the time.
Yeah.
It's basically how you move from place to place.
Yeah, you can.
It's how I move from place to place. There's not that in Destiny. I guess the hunter technically gets a dodge roll, but I assume it has a cooldown.
Yeah,
and then like trying to move side to side while like strafing felt really slow and cumbersome in Destiny for some reason. I don't know. I've been playing too many fast-paced games, and Destiny actually didn't feel that fast-paced. It felt way more deliberate.
I could see that, because like you're taking more cover in Destiny.
Yeah, which I was not a fan of. I was like, I don't want this. I want Doom. I want to sprint at my enemies.
Oh man, don't we all?
Fear flung into the air.
Soon, Jason. Eternal.
Guns, guns, guns. So yeah, but other than that, Destiny 2 blows this game out of the water in so many ways. For starters, just graphics. Like, Destiny 2 looks like a game, and it looks like a really polished game.
It is very pretty.
And you're like, wow, I can just kind of look at the scenery and just look at all the stuff going on. Cool. And in Defiance, you're like, everything is muddy and blocky and garbage.
Oh, also, like, the co-op actually works in Destiny 2?
Yes, which we didn't even cover how, like, you join someone, and then, like, if you're in the same group, then you can do stuff together and you get slight bonuses. But then if you try to do a story mission together, you go out of phase, and one of you, like the person doing the story mission, has to wait for the other person to intentionally join them so that you can do it together.
Yeah, except that if you join someone, it doesn't give you the, like, quest markers or anything. You just have to follow that person. Oh, and you constantly drop out of phase, so you have to keep hitting join phase, go to player. So, like, anytime and this one thing I'll give them, the fast travel to your party is nice.
Yes.
So I would just refer to that as go to Zerp. That's my go to Zerp button. And at any time I would go to Zerp, I would have to rejoin the fucking phase, because it would just knock me out randomly.
Mm-hmm. And we ran into, at least one time we ran into an issue where there was an event going on at the same place as our story mission. And because my story mission, because Jake kept going out of phase, he would be, like, triggering that event.
Yep.
But then not, because he was still in my group doing the story mission. But that caused the story mission to glitch out.
Oh shit, or the times where we would be trying to do a story mission, but we couldn't because there was some overworld event going on and it would just override it completely.
Oh yeah, if you're trying to do something and it's just like in the overworld, they're like, go to this building, and you go to that building, and then a major arc fall happens, they're like, JK, you have to do this before you can continue.
That's fucking you now. Or that one where we get there right as a siege started and then we had to wait the 15 minutes. Choice.
Yeah. Defiance is not a good game. For being free, it was an adequate time to spend when we were both playing mostly and as we progressed through the story. But once we got to like that high end and it was like grind out stuff for nothing, there's no player base, there's no end game. And at that point, it's just dead.
Yeah. So, like, that's what I was going to say. Like, I enjoyed my time with this. This game is just janky enough. It scratches me in the right way. Because it's glitchy and it's buggy. And there isn't anything game-breaking. And the worst that we had was having to restart the Odd Quest. I think it happened to you more than it happened to me.
Yep.
And so, like, it wasn't that bad. And I had fun playing it with you. But I put in plenty of time by myself, too. Like, it was fine up until the end. And then there's nothing to do. And the grind's not satisfying enough that it keeps me interested in it. Like, I get it, you got to get those numbers to go up, but they don't go up in any meaningful way. And like, I'm not grinding for an entire week, or I can give you fucking cash. Like, that ain't happening. I have to grind for an entire week for the chance to maybe get something slightly better. Go fuck yourself.
No, it's just not there.
No.
So that's, yeah. If you want a free-to-play shooter MMO, Destiny 2's there, October 1st. Just do that. Oh boy. I want to say something like horribly controversial and not controversial. I don't know.
Okay.
If they fix Anthem, I would rather play Anthem.
But like, okay. Because
I enjoy the combat mechanics of Anthem substantially more than Destiny 2.
Yeah, because I was recently playing Anthem and like, the combat's fucking fun.
Yes. The combat in that game is the combat up to Grandmaster 1 for me is high-paced fun, and you can get punished if you don't move enough, but you do enough damage that it's better for them to just have seas of enemies, and like, that is good. I played Grandmaster 2 and 3 like once, and Grandmaster 3 is a awful nightmare slugfest.
See, I never messed with the Grandmaster, and I intend on going back to Anthem to finish up the Cataclysm, I guess, so long as I'll have time to do it, just to see what's up with Anthem 6 months later, at the time of this recording. And like, I had streamed it earlier this week at the time of this recording, and I was enjoying it. It was fine, and I want to get back into it, but I've got other stuff I'd rather be playing that's not Anthem, because, you know, it's like, and as I was playing it, the fucking game crashed on me 2 times, and like, it runs kind of chonky because that's Anthem, and like,
and that's the thing is, Destiny 2 is by far the most polished of them at this point, and you know, they've got it down really well, and that's good for them. I think Anthem shows more potential, but Anthem is still in a pretty janky state.
Yeah, all that it's got is potential. It ain't going nowhere.
No.
So, Defiance, right? I would say if you and a couple of your friends want to play as just some like janky kind of MMO, I mean, it is an MMO. This is a fun game. Let me qualify that. I had fun with it. Jason, there were times you were having fun with it.
Yeah, I had a sword.
You had a fucking sword. But it's hard to like say you should play this when, as you said, when Destiny moves free to play. Why are you wasting your time with this?
Yeah, especially because Bungie is a real company.
Mm-hmm. It's still around company. Suck it, Trian.
Trian Worlds is no longer a company. They dissolved at the end of 2018. So Defiance is basically dead in the water. Just period.
Yeah, you can only imagine that they've got some contract on the server farm, and then as soon as that runs out...
Yeah. Who knows how long it'll live. Updates are going to be sporadic and hackneyed at most. That's it. So that's why it's really hard going forward at all to even pretend to like, yeah, pick this up. It's like, no. If you want a shooter MMO, Destiny 2 is free. If that's your price level, great, it's there, play it.
I mean, there's also always Borderlands just waiting for you.
Yeah, Borderlands is a bit different in that it's not an MMO, but it is a shooter RPG.
Yeah. And, you know, next year when it comes out on Steam, when it's finally out.
I mean, I'll just play 2 again.
I mean, yeah, I put way too much time into 2 as is to say I'm never gonna play 2 again. Like I'm fucking in on it.
Right. Like it's gonna be funny for me when 3 comes out and I finally get to play 3 and like I play it and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go play 2 again. I know that's gonna happen.
Oh, I'm sure. With all that like gear and shit you got, like, I mean, I gotta fucking start over. But Zero's right there. Anything more to say about Defiance?
Not really. It's a game. We played it. We played far too much of it.
Yeah, put some fucking time in on this one.
Right? The worst.
Well, what do we do now?
Now we answer letters. Letters from listeners. Listeners like this person. We're going to do this one. We actually have a few right now, but seriously, keep sending letters. It lets us talk about random nonsense. So, am I supposed to do another terrible British accent?
You pretty much have to.
I don't know how to, legitimately.
Well, do whatever you think a British accent is. That'll be fine.
Anyway, once again, greetings from jolly old England.
It doesn't sound British.
It's old British.
Oh, sure.
So this is someone who's wrote in before, and I don't remember what episode that was that we answered their other question, but they said to clarify, they didn't write out the compliments in full because we probably get them all the time, and it seemed unnecessary. Plus, as we rightfully pointed out, yes, we are the greatest goddamn things on the internet. And, you know, I can't argue with myself. I was right. I am the best thing on the internet. Jake's here too.
Glowing praise, truly.
So, question this time. What is your dream gaming setup? Assuming money is no obstacle, what would it be? Desk, chairs, lighting level, as detailed as you'd like. All the best, Mr. Brit.
Mr. fucking Brit. If that
I
doesn't
want to call
scream-
you out on being pretentious by like claiming a whole country as your own, but you know what? You do you, man.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
In my head, it's fucking monocle, top hat, goddamn cup of tea.
I assume he's like a prince or something.
So he's old as fuck? Wait, they're not old, are they? No.
Not all of them, no.
I don't know anything about the monarchy. And as an American, it's my right not to.
No. As an American, it's not just your right. It's required that you know nothing about the monarchy.
Oh, sure, yeah.
We got rid of them. But not you, Mr. Britt. You cool.
You one of the good ones.
Yeah. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Backtrack. Okay. So, gaming. So for me, honestly, there's this whole, like, if I could spend all the money in the world, my ultimate gaming setup would be a whole room. One part of the room would be the dedicated console zone. Mm-hmm. Nice, large TV. I don't fucks with projectors. So, large TV, all the consoles hooked up to it, couch, cool. And then the other side of the room, and I don't know how you'd set it up, you know, there's plenty of ways you could, would be my desk. And that's where I'd actually spend all my time. PC setup. I mean, I could go into specifics as, like, right now what I would build. You know, you probably grab, I don't know if you do the newest Ryzen 7 or if you actually wait for the newest Ryzen Threadrippers, because they're killing it on the CPU market right now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. AMD's CPUs, great stuff. On terms of GPU, AMD keeps trying, but NVIDIA just keeps ahead of them. The 2080 is the current one. Just get that. It's a beast. It isn't. I mean, it's an absolute beast.
I haven't seen anything about any benchmarks for anything for about a year now.
Storage, just get as much like NVMe N.2 storage as you can. That is still fairly expensive and not really necessary for most people because you don't need it. Like a SATA SSD covers you, but this is ultimate gaming. So why not? It's hundreds of dollars. I mean, this whole rig is going to cost like thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Water cool the whole thing.
Oh,
duh.
Why wouldn't you?
What, for RAM, you do triple 16s or quadruple 16s for whatever, 64 gigs of RAM. Triple monitor, of course.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
No, man, dream big. You do you. Like, keep going.
This is me. I love PCs, building PCs, and like all the spec part, and like I pay attention to a lot of the like benchmarks and PC building YouTubers and like the conferences and stuff, and looking at all the new stuff, even though I don't buy it because dollars, yo. But I can tell you, I could easily spend $6,000 on a computer and like monitor setup.
Yeah, so I don't think mine is anything terribly different than like what you would have. Like I would want like one of those sort of
Hot tubs?
bookshelves.
Oh,
Hot tub time machine? But built for consoles, you know, where it's to have all of them, and we're talking infinite money, so I want every console. Like, why shouldn't I have just to have it?
Every single one.
Along with, and I'm not even looking for like complete libraries, but I would want games to play for each of those systems.
Sure.
And
naturally,
I wouldn't be against, say, a Super Nintendo complete collection, because that's what I would want, and the rest of them are fucking whatever. But yeah, I would want couch, TV, consoles, and even if it's not all of them, enough that people are going to play, everything set up so you could just turn something on and go like hell. And then the PC on the other side, I don't think I'd want 3 monitors. I'd probably only want 2, but I don't know, because if I've got an infinite budget, I'm probably just going to go to fucking town.
Yeah.
And like, since a PC building, the sky's the limit on what you want to spend.
Yes.
Like, yeah. I mean, that bitch is going to fucking light up like goddamn New York and Christmas, right? Just because, why the fuck not? Let's make her pretty, and then fucking water cooled, and just dumb shit, stupid shit. Fucking why even water cool? Just have it all like in a fucking mineral oil bath.
Cause that's not really that sustainable.
Sure, fuck it, who cares? Infinite money.
Well, do you have infinite money to like repair and replace?
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Which, going into the biggest thing that I would want for my ultimate gaming setup is my own house.
Right. I would say though,
not that, neighbors, so that if I'm gaming at, I don't know, midnight, it's not an issue.
I would want a surround sound setup, so that way I don't have to have fucking headphones on all the time. Just because with what we do for our day jobs, like, we mostly got headphones on all the time, and it gets to me after, all day. I'm fucking over it.
And realistically, like, that's part of it is if I had my ultimate setup, it would be, at my own house somewhere, and my computer might not even be in the same room as my rest of my gaming setup, because my computer I would want it to be in a room that was at least mildly soundproofed, so for the stream, because of the streamings, which is going to transition into the next question. Look at these smooth transitions, folks, which are even smoother when you don't call them out.
Them segues.
So this question comes to us from longtime question writer, constantly unnamed person. So you've talked a few times about being a Twitch affiliate. Can you explain that what it means and how you become one? Signed, someone who doesn't know anything about Twitch. So you can catch me and Jake streaming Monday through Thursday on twitch.tv/thebadgamecast.
We're live right now?
Oh, probably not.
Wait, no, that's not our thing.
No. Also, our episodes come out on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, like, don't go... Well, I mean, I guess if you download it, like, Monday morning, yeah, whatever. Anyway, Twitch, basically, we stream. We actually don't usually stream bad games, which is kind of funny, because that gets exhausting. We do stream bad games. We've done plenty of previews so far.
Oh, yeah, we do bad game previews.
But we also do a fair amount of actual things that we want to play. As Jake was saying, I was playing some Destiny 2, he was playing some Anthem. I've played Monster Hunter, Underlords, Magic, that kind of stuff.
I mean, I was playing Remnant from the Ashes because I picked it up and I was super excited to just play it.
Yeah, so you get to sneak just different looks at things that we play. So if you ever have questions about like what we like to play when we're not playing bad games, this is a great way for you to see that and bother us. It's cool.
Oh yeah, always happy to chat. Feel free to hop in on the stream, say something, say hi.
So basically, affiliate is just that Twitch has multiple levels of streaming. You can be just streaming. Anyone can stream at any time. You're just a streamer. And you cannot take in any money for being a streamer. They require you to prove that you're actually like trying to stream reasonably, which leads to being an affiliate.
Yeah, and you need milestones for that.
Yeah, which is the first like level of where you can actually get paid. To be an affiliate, you need 50 followers, which that's the big one. Yo, follow us. Like, make an account, follow the Bad Gamecast. Never watch. It's fine. Tell someone else, hey, there's this Twitch thing. Follow them. It's fine.
Just like that. They're on Twitch. Follow them. It's fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
I don't know. What's like audible shrug fine?
I think I nailed it. You need 50 followers. You need to stream. It's actually a comically low number amount. It's like something like 10 hours a month.
Yeah.
Which we actually stream closer to like 40.
Yeah.
You need to... Remember, there's 2 of us.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to average 3 viewers, and you need to stream a couple times a week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it is. 2 or 3 times a week.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Anyway, so once you check all those boxes, you can apply to become an affiliate. And if they say yes, which is a pretty automatic process from what I understand, then you move up to affiliate. And the next step after that is partner, which is all those milestones, just higher. It's something like you need 100-something followers.
Yeah, but that's the big streamers that you know of. That's what they do.
They're partners. If you watch a streamer and you know them and they get like hundreds to thousands of views on the regular, they're a partner.
Mm-hmm.
And it all just gives you more access to stuff. Partners get like special emotes in addition to all the other stuff.
Affiliates get emotes.
You get more as you get.
Yeah.
So
we'll only mention that because Alex was in the stream and he made affiliate, so like he was dropping his emotes where it's his big dumb bearded face,
right.
Which that shit always cracks me up.
Once we hypothetically get to affiliate, we get to make our own emotes. We can start taking Twitch Prime and just regular subs. Anyone who wants to support us that way, which all of this continues to transition into our plugs that we usually do. Because yes, you can, hopefully we'll be hitting affiliate sometime soon. I don't know.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. It's, again, hard to say. We struggle with followers, hilariously. We've been doing okay on numbers and poor on followers, and I say that, and then like after this we're gonna do terribly and it'll be the karma of the world or something.
Hey, as far as our numbers are concerned, like I'm more interested in getting the download numbers up, which we've been doing fine on.
Yeah, no, we have.
And like I know how it goes when I stream, so like I just hope to not completely tank it.
So you can obviously follow us, listen to us, see us on Twitch, twitch.tv/thebadgamecast. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, usually starting around 6, going till, I try to go till sometime after 8. I want to try to like stream till 9, but I usually get tired or grumpy.
Yeah, it's usually somewhere between 8 and 9.
Yeah.
And then...
So we're on for a couple hours every night. If you want to support us more directly, you can go to the Patreon. We are now searchable somehow. I also posted the link, at least in the Facebook page. We should figure out how to post it on the Reddit account, because there's a subreddit devoted to the Bad Gamecast.
Oh, yeah, I should do that, along with the streaming schedule.
Yeah, you can download all the episodes there if you'd like to try to start conversation there. We check it. I'm not sure anyone else ever does.
They do, according to the site traffic.
Sure.
I know, it surprises me too.
Surprises everyone. And then, basically, you can hit me up on Twitter. Tweet at the Bad Gamecast. If you want to tweet directly at Jake, it's at Jake Prey. I try to tweet back at people who tweet directly at me in the same day. It can be kind of iffy because we're not allowed to have our phones at work and stuff like that. Like, we're not. Well, I'm not.
Yeah.
So
if you have something and you want Jason to hear it through the official Bad Gamecast Twitter account, just at me in it too, and I can fucking tell him.
Yeah.
Because I have my shit on me at all times.
Yeah. And then any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts, ideas, anything you want to add into what we have said here or on stream or anytime, you can always email thebadgamecast@gmail.com. Obviously, we just got through. We read and answer random questions here, as well as everything else we've done. I think that just about wraps us up.
I believe so.
A long, grueling episode.
Well, for the Bad Gamecast, I've been Jake.
I've been Jason.
Good night, everybody!
Bum, ba-da-da-bum.